Do you know what I like to do when I find out there's finally a sports card show in my town? I like to look at some baseball cards. I have several care packages I want to share, and some new pickups I want to share, and some random cards I want to share. So, buckle your seatbelt. Let's get going. First, I showed this Whitey Lochman Topps check that I got, and I mentioned that I had ordered, this is from 1960, ordered the card to go with it, so I got an autographed 1960 Whitey Lochman. Now, the first care package, and I will intermix them here as I go along. The first one that I got was from Matt Poggle, and this is the second really nice care package that he sent to me. I had shown this J.D. McCarthy postcard of Roberto Clemente that I got, and he messaged me and asked me if I ever saw this one, and I had, and it's really cool because I wasn't sure how long they issued those. I know they issued them into the 70s. I'm not quite sure how far into the 70s. But he showed me this card, and I'm like, really cool. And then he's like, I want to send it to you. So gracious. And I'm a huge fan of this player. And this is so cool. And it is Mark Fidrich. And I believe it's from his rookie year. What a phenom he was. One of those exciting times in baseball. And then he also sent me a few other cards. And this Dan Marino is so cool. And a Drew Bledsoe. I don't care for this too much because he, man, he used to beat up on my Steelers. But on the back is Dan Marino. In fact, the Steelers, I remember a game where he got hurt and a young Tom Brady came in and beat us. I think that's the first Super Bowl they went to. I'm pretty sure that's the year. Here's Cordell Stewart. And Jerome Bettis. The Bus. All right, I got a really great card here. This is a Joe Louis, Mitchell & Sons from 1936. I believe it's his rookie card. That's what the back looks like. Got a 1961 MVP card of Dick Groat, who won the MVP in 1960. That's perfectly centered. And my man Hitman 23 let me know I had been getting some Burger King cards from 79 that had either that's the only card they appeared on, the only set, or they had a different image. And I thought I had them all, but Hitman 23 reached out to me. He texted me and said, here's another image for you. And it's a Louis Tiant. So I had to get it. I showed a couple 1960 All-Stars recently, and I got another one, and it's Al Kaline. And I have to say, I don't get into this a whole lot of critiquing cards and everything, but I was looking at this. I can't figure out for the life of me why this got a 3. I could see no creases, no dents, no nothing. Just the corners just aren't perfect. Man, I think this thing should be like a 5. I don't know why they gave it a 3. Can't figure it out. But anyway, it's a beautiful card. Nicely centered, which these can be off-center. So happy to get that. All right, on to my next care package. Man, was this generous. So I was watching a recent video by Cardboard and Plastic, and he did a little video. It may have been a little controversial, where he's basically saying that only the rookie cards matter. That's what everybody wants. Everybody wants the rookie cards. And that's hard to disagree with. Although he was saying quit pushing second-year cards. I like second-year cards. Personally, like for some of them, like Thurman Munson, Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan, Johnny Bench, I'd rather have their second-year card than their rookie. However, he's not wrong, because where's all the value? It's in the rookie cards. And the whole second half of the video pretty much agreed with everything he said. It's a thought-provoking, fun watch if you want to check it out. So anyway, he was showing a George Blanda card. And I'm like, man, I have one of those, but that thing is so nice. And he sells cards. So I reached out to him and I said, hey, are you selling that Blanda? I'd like to buy it. Because George Blanda is from my hometown of Youngwood, PA. I lived just outside of there. I had a little different address. I had an address of Greensburg, but I essentially lived in Youngwood. I played baseball in Youngwood. And so he's from that town. They renamed Route 119 that goes through there, George Blanda Boulevard, for that section. And I used to hang out with his brother. And so George Blanda, has a special place in my heart. And this card was just spectacular. Just spectacular looking when he showed it. And he just responded and said, I'm sending it to you. And I was like, no, let me pay you something for it. But what a gracious gift. He sent this to me, and it's a beauty. It looks so nice in NSGC slab. That's why I prefer SGC. It's like museum quality with the black around there. I'm not a red fan. I think it's one of the reasons I don't like PSA. And he also included this card. And I'm thrilled to get this too, because I have a really beat up copy and I always wanted to upgrade it. Dan, thank you so much. This means a lot to me, and that's very, very generous of you. I really appreciate it. George Blanda. All right, I got a 1973 Eddie Watt. Nice and sharp. And I showed some of my action pack cards. And in 1989, they had some promo cards. So I got another promo card. I showed you I got an Art Monk. I got the Richard Dent promo. Bear cards, 34. Bet you have one of those. I have some other cards coming up you're going to be interested in seeing, I think. And he and others pointed out to me that this Leroy Butler rookie card was in there, and I didn't have it, so I added it right away. I don't know, I just love this set. And I've been filling in some gaps. The other big one I didn't have was Lawrence Taylor. And I got a Randall Cunningham. All right, now I got a package from B.D. Kane. She included his card. But I think you need to sign these. I sent Mike Baseball Card Collector a card, and I didn't sign it, and he seemed all mad at me. But he sent me 2 numbered Roberto Clementes with a card. Some shiny Clementes. This hobby community is just a great community. No one's trying to scam you. No one's trying to get over on you. No one's trying to pump and dump. They just send things out of the goodness of their heart. All right, I got a few things laying around that I wanted to show that were already in my collection. I've been picking up random cards to show. First, I wanted to show this 1971 Topps coin of Willie Stars. And I got this, man, I love this wide receiver. Louis Lips played for my Steelers at the end of his career, went to New Orleans. He was a punt returner and a really good wide receiver, really good. But the Steelers just never had a quarterback at this particular time. They didn't have much of an offense at this particular time. And, man, I remember thinking, they're wasting this guy. They're wasting this guy. If he would have been there with Bradshaw or a few years later even, he would have, more people would know about him. But it's Louis Lips. I got an autographed card of him. And I cherish my Louis Lips cards. He was a great receiver. And I got this Gronkowski jersey rookie card. And here I have two Gale Sayers jersey cards. And he is my favorite running back of all time. If you watch film on him, he was insanely good. Insanely good. And of course scored 6 touchdowns in a game. I think in 3 different ways. He returned a punt or kick or punt. And I think he caught one. And the sad part is he should have had 7. He took them down to the goal line and they replaced him. And the other guy, I forget who his backup was, or the other running back, but they took him out at the 1, or he could have had 7. But this is a great one. And I got this Jim Brown patch. Another one of my favorite running backs of all time. Who doesn't love Jim Brown? So you got a fullback and a halfback. This would be my backfield in the old days when they used to run both of them. Now the halfback, I don't know, I should do a rant on this. Nowadays, the fullback has been turned into a blocker. Franco Harris was a fullback. Jim Brown was a fullback. The fullback was always the bigger back, the big power back, and the halfback was always the smaller, quicker back. So you had the power and you had the speed. And they would both run the ball. In 1976, both Franco Harris, the fullback, and Rocky Bleier, the halfback, both had 1,000 yards rushing. By definition, you have the line, the quarterback, 25% of the way back, the quarterback, then the halfback, half of the way back, and then the fullback, 100% of the way back. So when did the fullback start playing in the halfback position? Like, by definition, it doesn't make sense. Okay, my rant's over. I got this Chuck Foreman Fleer Teams autographed card. It's really cool. Jake the Snake. And this has a little piece of a football. Got this way back in the day when he came into the league. But I always loved it with that little piece of football. And I got this Cordell Stewart and has a piece of his jersey and football. Still remember getting this at my local card shop back in the day. And I got this, who remembers when they were making a big deal, all these phone cards? Remember all the phone cards they were making? Well, I grabbed a Curtis Martin from Pitt autographed phone card there. Another great Pittsburgh guy. And I got some, I just put out some random cards. Got this Andrew McCutcheon autograph rookie card. I got this Doc Gooden Opeachy from 87. I love the 87 set. It's one of my favorite all-time sets. I don't care if they're not worth anything. The Bo Jackson's one of my favorites. I got this this Opeachy too. Jose Canseco. I had stopped collecting when these came out. Before these came out in 92. But this is a great Tony Gwynn. And this is, I guess they had gold parallels. Would that make these the first parallels? That's a good question. I don't know. And just a fantastic Barry Bonds. And Greg Maddux, probably the best pitcher I ever watched. And this Albert Bell is pretty cool. And this is a Hostess, Don Mattingly. Hostess, right? Yeah. Have a whole bunch of these. I don't know what products they came in. I can't remember. And this leaf, Nolan Ryan, No Hit King. And save my man for my ending here. Jason, Mr. Fisherbike. Got a nice holiday package from him. Sent me a keychain and a nice note. And man, he sent me this awesome TJ Watt. And this great Barry Bonds. I don't know if this is one of those, they made like these homemade cards. I'm not sure if that's what this is or if it's a Broder. I'm not even sure. Jason, if you know what it is, let me know. Or Nate can tell me. But it's a great card. Najee Harris. A shiny rookie card there. Very thoughtful, Jason. Thank you. And he sent me some Willie Stars. Oh, man. That's a great one. That's from, I think that's an Archives 2016, I think. And Ralph Kiner. Number 20 on Ted Williams' all-time hit list. Hitters list. Not a hit list. And Bill Mazeroski. Whew, that's a lot. That's what I have for you. Hey, so I just found out there's a card show in Charleston tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you're from the Charleston area, I think I'm going to attend. I just found out about it. It's at the Citadel Mall. So, they don't have very many shows down here. That's every once in a while I run a different mall. By accident, I'll see some people setting up, but they don't promote it or anything that I'm aware of. So, kind of excited that shows are starting to come here. That's a good sign. So, that's what I have for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. And thanks again for the wonderful care packages. I really, really appreciate it. You don't know.